They're too busy doing other stuff. Like the CIA deputy director who's posting pro-Hamas stuff on Facebook. Yes, even after the attack. I don't know if these people are dumb. I just think that they don't care. I simply think that they just don't care. I think Miguel Cardona is dumb. No, don't. He's the guy who yesterday said that he butchered Reagan's quote. No, he's dumb. But this is just they don't care. So this story, it comes from Financial Times. The CIA's Associate Deputy Director for Analysis changed her Facebook cover photo on October 21st to an image of a man waving a flag for a fictional country that's never existed in all of mankind, quote-unquote Palestinian flag. And it's often used in their very and not just anti-Israeli government, but like anti-Jewish people. I mean, there's a big difference, right? People understand there's a big difference between criticizing the Israeli government and then being like, to Jews. I mean, there's a big difference. They don't seem to recognize that at this publication that the media has used previously as their image to accompany these articles that are very, very critical of Israel. It's like a widely used image. So they said that this CIA officer, and again, this is a deputy director for analysis, changed this to the dude waving the fake flag. FT decided not to name her after the intelligence agency expressed a concern about her safety. I think we all need to be worried about our safety with this broad in the CIA. Because you're a senior intelligence official. You're posting a hyper political image on a public platform that everyone can see. That's unprofessional, especially if you're in the CIA. If you want to be able to post things to your little Facebook account, then don't be a senior intelligence official. No one's saying that you can't post things to your Facebook account. But when you are a senior intel official with the flipping CIA, there's a certain level of maturity and accountability that is to be that's to be followed. And if you can't meet that, if showing your backside on Facebook is more important to you, then show your backside on Facebook. Just don't do it while you're with the CIA. So there's the difference here. And there's apparently tensions within the government because people are saying that Biden should put more pressure on Israel. He's being dragged. I hope you see this internally. I will say this. I don't think that Biden necessarily agrees with the push to force or to try to force Israel into defending itself against Hamas in Gaza. But I feel like he's being dragged to that position because the pressure is so great. I don't think he actually legitimately agrees with it. But he's never been one known for his spine or his leadership. So if he gets pushed enough, that's what he's going to do. He's going to go right along with it. And this individual that's been posting this, they're a career analyst with an extensive background in all aspects of the Middle East, blah, blah, blah. And they said that they were not trying to express it. Shut up. Yes, you were. Someone said, well, they actually uploaded it years ago. Yeah, but they just made it their cover photo. You epic moron. Learn how Facebook works. It doesn't just become your new top, like you have your photo that you use as your main avatar, and then you have what they call their cover photo, and that's the wider photo up at the top, and that's what they switched it to. They switched it to that photo. And then, of course, that populates in your feed on Facebook, especially. It doesn't matter if it's an old picture or not. You can go and get an old picture and repurpose it to use it as a cover image, and it will populate on the home feed that so-and-so changed their cover image. That's what happened here. So they're like, well, it doesn't matter. Shut up. Learn how Facebook works. I can't stand these people. Stop. It's a CIA officer. It is a CIA officer who is posting this stuff, promoting pro-Hamas stuff on their Facebook page. Now, I know that the administration has a problem with some of these pro-Hamas people that they have working with them, but this is a little too far. Does that make you feel uncomfortable, knowing that you got somebody that's standing for Hamas that's literally a deputy director of analysis in CIA? I mean, don't we have enough problems with deep state right now? And now we got turds like this? Ask me again why I don't trust my government. A healthy republic is actually dependent upon people being suspicious of their government. But they also have to realize that they are more powerful than their government, and this stuff shouldn't be tolerated. And apparently this individual has not been disciplined. I think, and because I'm the employer, because we pay for the CIA, as the employer, I would fire this person. Because you cannot, this is not like you're working as a barista and you decide to post something on your own Facebook page. People are not paying tax dollars to baristas. They are not putting their faith in the execution of missions to keep the populace at large safe. They're not expecting that of a barista, but they are of a senior intelligence officer in the CIA. The government, as a taxpayer-funded entity of which the CIA is part, is required and should be required, and the discipline, the penalty for not observing this should be dismissal. They should be required to be entirely bipartisan. That's not saying that you don't get to have your beliefs, but can we stop this worship at the altar of self? If you want the job, get over yourself. That's just the bare bones of it. All of these people who think that the world is owed their precious opinions. Your opinions aren't precious. Most everybody has them. No one cares. Same thing with the CIA officer, a senior officer in the CIA. Out of anybody that should be very rigidly observing protocol about bipartisanship and not posting hyper political imagery, it should be the CIA. And the fact that no one, I think they should be dismissed. They should be fired and not allowed to work in senior intel again. That's a consequence of valuing your ego more than your job. And if you don't want to be told what you can and cannot post on Facebook, then don't take the job. For the precious single brain cell drive-bys out there, it's not a free speech issue. Especially when our tax dollars are at play, and especially when someone has the security authority and the access to be able to do some real shady stuff if they want to. You have the responsibility to deliver on the appearance of complete propriety. You cannot be seen as being compromised in any way. So this is ridiculous. So they said, oh, well, the analyst posted messages condemning anti-Semitism too. That's what one person defending, I guess, to NBC said of this individual. That's irrelevant. They made this photo their cover photo. That flag is synonymous with Hamas now. Hamas is the government. Since Israel unilaterally moved out in 2005, the people have overwhelmingly supported the elected government that represents this flag. That isn't anyone else's fault. That's not the fault of the observers who are simply remarking on what's come to be true. These are the actions of the people in this area, including the people who voted for Hamas. They act like the only way to be considered culpable in this is that if you have a Hamas members only jacket and a Costco-like membership card. It's not how it is. I mean, this is just, it's insane. Don't you think, I think they should be fired. They will go after and they will tag parents as domestic terrorists for speaking out at school board meetings. But you have a top intel official that posts pro-Hamas drivel on Facebook and nothing? Hamas, the people that kill and rape folks, including kids? Nothing? The overwhelmingly popular government of the territories there? Nothing? That's a little bit that's one too far for me. Just one too far.